G'day all, Lee here, Fry's Garage. So remember a little while ago I started repairs on a Mercedes 350 C-Series with a V6 with the camshaft sensor fault. So remember the V6 of this particular model, it's the M272 and it has quad cam, so 2 exhaust, 2 inlets and 4 camshaft position sensors. So unfortunately there was issues. I've explained what happened originally. So the last video I said I'll get the engine out, which I have done, and then I was going to remove the 4 camshaft position sensors, and then I'm going to show you how you can quickly check that there is an issue with the left or the right with regards to a position marking on each cam drive gear. All right, so I'll turn the camera around, all right, and I'll explain it to you guys. Okay, so here we are, all right. So front of the engine, I've got tools that I need. There's not a lot, to be honest. Some of the Mercs are quite simplified. I've got my bench for all the parts, keep it clean, keep it tidy. I've cleaned the floor. I've got my Fluoro SA milk double strength. I've got the water because it's a hot day. It's all set, all right. So here we go. So looking at the front of the engine. So obviously this is the left side, this is the right side. Now keeping in mind the original fault codes were for right cam intake, right cam exhaust, retarded. The computer always had to readjust the position, okay? So what we have to do, the standard procedure for doing the timing on these V6 and the V8 is the same, okay? So there's a pointer on the timing case, and then when you set up the chains and everything from static position, okay, we're doing it at 305 degree position, okay? So crank locked in at 305. Now at that point, if you can see inside the hole there is a stamped mark, all right? See that? See how that's dead in the center there, okay? Now I've got this camera dead straight. See that? It's perfect, isn't it? Now, let's have a look at the right side. Look at that, guys. Okay, that's our problem. I'm assuming it's, I don't know, 3, 5, 6 degrees, something like that. But that is what the computer is seeing, and it's seeing it via the cam position sensor, okay? So obviously there's one in there, okay? We've got a gap between here and the pickup, and then it tells the computer where it's at in relation to crankshaft position and also the other side, okay? Now, just a quick one, while we're here, quad overhead cam engine. So how do you know which is the intake cam and the exhaust cam? How would you know? It's simple, all right? For those of you at home that don't know, this is the exhaust manifold, right? The exhaust valves are obviously on this side. The exhaust cam runs along here, and the intake cam runs along the other side, okay? So how easy is that, guys? All right, exhaust manifold. Well, guess what cam this one is? Exhaust, okay? So we've got exhaust, inlet, inlet, exhaust, because the inlet manifold is in the middle, okay? It's as simple as that. Logic always usually takes hold for the truth, okay? Actually, you know what, while we're here, so the crankshaft is at 305. Let's see how retarded the right-hand side is. So I'm just gonna move it. Oh God, excuse me. Try and move this crank with my hand until we try and get that lined up. Let's give it a tap. Oh, yep, we're there. Okay, we're good. So let's see degrees-wise where that's changed to. How far? Oh, we would be, I'm gonna say, yeah, it's about 7.5 degrees, approximately, okay? I'm gonna say 7.5 degrees out. That's quite a lot. When it comes to performance, no. You probably won't see it, won't feel it. but obviously the computer's got issues with it. It thinks that there is definitely a mechanical problem, and that's pretty much more so why it's designed, because we've got big timing chain here and a big one here, and we've got a counterbalance shaft in the middle that goes through the block. Now I have to replace that because I'm pretty sure that's what's failed here, and it was a campaign many years ago, like I said in the last video. So I'm going to take the camshafts off, all the tops. I'm going to take the timing cover off, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how the timing chain is mapped, and we'll go through the process of inspecting, replacing, retiming, put it together, and then we'll pop it in the engine of the car. All right, so bear with me. Let's get into it. Catch you soon. All right, so we've got it all apart. That's what it looks like. Okay, very messy they are. Well, great in theory, great engineering, but anyway. So let's go back to the counterbalance shaft. So this is it. This runs through the center of the block. Okay, it's all for making the engine run smoothly, and I said there was a campaign issue with the teeth. Well, have a look at that. Look at that for a chain tooth. Look how badly worn that is. These are like razor blades, those tops. Now let me show you what there you go. So that's where it is. Now I'm going to show you a brand new one. I'll show you this brand new one I got right here. I mean, most of you have seen a bike chain and know what a chain wheel looks like. It definitely doesn't look as chewed as that one. Look at that, look, there's no meat on it whatsoever. Alright. Well, there's the new one. Look at that. Look at that teeth on that. Alright. So that's what a proper chain tooth should look like. Okay. So we're looking at that. Okay. Let's go back to back here. Have a look at that. Look how much is worn off of that. It's incredible. Alright, so because of all that excessive wear, the right hand chain retards, okay, and that's why the sensors are lazy. The computer sees the lazy. Fault code comes on, derate, and now we're looking at an engine out. Hey, all because of that. So guys, that was a hardening process failure back in 2006, I believe, worldwide. Yeah, and look, it's a massive job. I know because I did make the call. It's $9,000 for any Mercedes dealer to have this job that I'm doing done now. It's amazing. It's not worth it. You'd sell the car or part it out. You really would. So anyway, that's what I'm here for. All right, we'll put it all together, and I'll show you how to time it. See you soon. Alright, so unfortunately the job scope to change this very badly worn balance shaft and the guides and the chains grew a little bit because these guides are on dowels there just to locate them, which is good, needs to be there. But the problem is this guide goes through the front of the head. Well, guess what? You can't take the guide out without taking the head off. Engineering at its best, all right? So if you guys got a V6 Mercedes out there and you have a hint that you need timing chains or balance shafts and your car's insured for 10, get rid of it, part it out. That's all I can say. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this together and we'll see how she comes up. So I'm gonna have to go and get some head gaskets now, and I'm gonna get genuine everything because I think with this one I just better do that. So anyway, we'll keep going, but I thought I'd just show you that. All right, cheers.